Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is a Q&A. I asked everyone on Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat what questions they want me to answer, and I got a few back, so I'm gonna answer them. Number one is, what made you start a YouTube channel? It's a funny story actually. So I actually had a YouTube channel when I was like 10 years old. When people used to come to my house, like my friends, I'd be like, right guys, let's make a video, let's like use our toys and make a video, or like make up a song or make up something, and I would always film it and actually edit it. Movie Maker, wow, what a throwback. Yeah, I used to use Movie Maker and I made videos, and I was actually a vlogger. I used to vlog at my friends' birthday parties. I remember we went ice skating, I vlogged it, Pizza Express. Listen, I was on it from early, but then I stopped because like it just wasn't a thing, was it? And I feel like when I started secondary school, then a lot of my hobbies stopped, apart from netball. But I used to do karate, like I used to do gymnastics at one point, dancing. But once like you have to like do more of schoolwork, it all went out the window, and YouTube was one of them. But then I restarted the channel when I went to uni actually, because I thought like I'm gonna have so much time, let me start again. And yeah, I'm back. And to be honest, the fact that I started so young shows that it probably actually is a big passion of mine to like create content and put it out. So that is why I started. What is your dream holiday? You know, recently I've really wanted to go to Australia, but since I'm changing the question, like where are the places I want to go? Australia, Thailand, because I love Thai food. The Maldives looks beautiful. I think they're my top three. Yeah, them three. What did you think of the royal wedding? I thought it was beautiful. It was honestly so beautiful. And Ore, who is a presenter, he done Strictly Come Dancing. If you guys watched that, I watched that. He wrote a tweet about how he just was so honoured to be there and to witness so many people that looked like him in the room. And obviously I wasn't there, but I think that was a thing that stood out for me, just how many people that just looked like myself were at the wedding, and how it just really showed what I feel like society is moving towards now, that sort of inclusivity, everyone's involved, and it's not, and I think it now needs to become normal rather than an oh my gosh, look who's there, oh my gosh, they've got a gospel choir. Like now it should just be, yeah, like that's the thing. Like if that's what they wanted, that's what they wanted. Like I think it just shows the way the world is going, and that's a good thing. So I really enjoyed it. The preacher was amazing, the gospel choir out of this world, and yeah, everyone just looked really nice. I loved it. And the next question is, where is your favourite place to go? Do you know, when I first saw this question, I thought my response is going to be so cheesy, but work is actually my favourite place to go, which for some people may be like, is she being serious? But where I work is the best. Like it just doesn't feel like work, and it's what I actually enjoy doing, and everyone's just so nice, everyone's just like me, and it doesn't feel, it's literally my favourite place in the world to go. But other than work, I'd probably say like going out to dinner, because I like to eat. So cheesy, but that's what it is, man. I've got to be honest. What else have I got? What's your thoughts on gospel drill? Ooh, so gospel drill, if no one knows what that is, it's basically music that is about God and promotes studying the Bible and like being a child of God, but is basically done over a drill beat. And I actually have no problems with it. I think that like gospel grime, gospel done over grime, like it's fine because you're promoting a good message. But I know this question was prompted because of the One Extra documentary. Oh my gosh, I forgot what it was called. Let me just quickly type it in. Gang something. Hold on. Gangs, Drill and Prayer. Basically, One Extra interviewed, they were following the journey of this pastor called Enrique, who I actually have interviewed before, which was quite funny. Anyway, they interviewed this guy who was basically involved in gang life, and now he's a pastor, and I think he became a pastor at the age of 21, and it addressed so many things that people probably would always want to know the answer to, but like the sort of rich lifestyle that a lot of these pastors portray that are in the church. And also there was one church in particular called SPAC Nation where there was a group of boys and like one of them had a balaclava on while he was preaching. I don't think there's any problem with like making a gospel song over a drill beat. Like, that's not the problem. Although drill does represent things that I don't think are good, I think just having the beat, like a drill beat, isn't the problem. I think it would inspire certain people and it would touch a certain person that has probably experienced that lifestyle and is trying to come out of it. But I think like the whole balaclava thing as well, like why, I understand that some people, like drill artists might have to hide their face because they're basically going to get in trouble if their face is shown. But if you're just promoting the word of God, like why are you hiding from that? That's the bit I'm a bit confused about. I just don't understand the other aspects of drill that they're taking on. So covering your face, I don't really get that. But other than that, I think it's cool. The next question is, have you ever experienced any prejudice for being a black lady? Do you know what? It's funny because where I DJ'd last week, the theme of the event was about colorism, and I didn't really have anything to say, which I may actually regret now, but I'm glad that this question has been asked because now I've got a reason to talk about it. I don't have any examples of a situation where I like didn't get picked because I was black or didn't get picked because I was a girl, so no, I haven't. But looking back on it, I can see situations where I've been in a better position just because I'm a bit lighter than, like, I'm not the darkest of black girls, and I feel like I'm almost like a token black girl in a sense that, like, I have curly hair, like I'm slightly, like, I'm not the darkest. What I have had is people say like, how come you've got nice hair? And you kind of think like thank you, but that's actually a bit rude because why shouldn't I have nice hair? So I've had them type of comments. I've had one person say, you're pretty for a black girl. You don't know whether to say thank, like that's just a bit rude, I think. And I've had, why do you sound white? And that one is very rude as well, because it's like, why is speaking properly associated with being white? And so if I, like, what am I supposed to sound like? And also like people saying, oh, like, where are you from? Are you sure you're not mixed with something? Like, it's because, just because my hair does, like, when it gets wet, it does curl, and I'm not as dark as some other black girls, they're like, they don't get it, like, you must be mixed with something like this, like you wouldn't look like that if you were fully black, but I actually am. So I've had that, but I've never felt like I've been put in a bad situation. Like, I've never been disadvantaged because of being black or a girl, like nothing blatantly in my face. But I really hope I'm explaining this properly. I just feel like I don't get it bad based on the fact that I'm like nearer to the sort of what people like, in a sense that like people like what's in, or like what companies like in terms of like media and stuff, like that sort of curly hair and not like that sort of stuff, like that's more in. And because I'm like as near as I can get to that, I feel like I don't get it as bad, but I think that's not fair at all. I really hope that makes sense. What I would say about the colorism thing is that I think that it's a good thing that, because you know, like the recent tweets that had come out from people that are black themselves, like showing their ignorant past of the fact that them demonstrating that lighter skinned people have a privilege. I think it's good that stuff like that is coming out, because it can change things, and those people like have admitted that they realised that that was wrong and they have now changed, so like we can leave that aside now. But I think going forward, I feel like even me saying that, I feel like I am a token black girl, and I don't think that's a good thing. Like, that shows that I'm not in denial that I kind of have it easier than people that are darker than me. Like, these types of conversations and being this honest should be a thing. it's actually not just a black thing, it's also within different communities where like bleaching is a thing. So like we are like instilling it within ourselves and like encouraging our own community to make sure that we're a bit like, to try and encourage looking lighter, and I think that shouldn't be a thing. And I think if we sort of break down that belief, then it will like become a more wider known thing that we shouldn't be looking at black people and then looking at light skinned black people, looking at medium, like caramelly black, like even stuff like that, like you're brown skin or you're caramel, like dark chocolate, all of that. Like we're the ones that gave ourselves those sort of titles. So if we just break that all down, I think things will get better. And I think it's a good thing that now we have more people speaking out about it. We're now talking about it, so I think once you start talking about things, things get better and people are open and honest, and it's just good combo, isn't it? And I think change starts with a conversation, so if more people are talking about it, then things will change. Who are your favourite artists that we may not know about and that we should check out? Mahalia, I feel like if you're watching this and you don't know who she is, you need to know. She's like my newest, like she's completely become my favourite artist most recently. And she's got a new song called She's got a new song called No Reply. Absolutely love it. But I fell in love with her from her single called Sober. Amazing. And I'm gonna link that all below. The acoustic on Colours, that was just insane. Yeah, she's so good. What was my latest purchase? And I couldn't remember because I like haven't been shopping in a while, but I actually bought this necklace from Weekday. So I will try and find it and leave it down below. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.